Well, this week, I challenged the kids to get better this week. So our motto this week was Nebraska versus Nebraska. Not worry about Indiana, to get ready and to get better as an individual team. And to get the fundamentals cleaned up and get better in all three phases of the game.
Coach, this is the first time, in a long time that this group has gotten blown out. I mean, they've played a lot of close games, so how did they kind of respond to that? It's something they haven't experienced in a few years.
Well, like I said on Saturday, that's on me. I should have slowed the ball down and huddled and took some possessions away from Oklahoma, and I didn't do that, and that's on me. But they responded great today. They responded great yesterday.
What went into the decision with Eric Shenander to put Bill in that position?
Well, Shin's a good man and a good coach, but the numbers didn't add up. I didn't see us getting better. For 4 weeks, I didn't see us getting better from week 1 to week 4. So, I had to make a decision, the best decision for the kids, because it's about the boys. So I had to make the best decision for the boys.
In a short period of time, where can you improve on this defense? Like, how do you do it in such a short period of time like this?
Start with fundamentals, lining up, getting lined up, tackling, being in your gap, being where you're supposed to be in your coverage. So it just goes back to basic fundamentals.
You had a player say that you guys hadn't tackled in the 4 years he's been here. Is that true?
I don't know. I hadn't been here for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
This year, have you guys been tackling in
We
practice?
we tackled when I took over. We tackled in scrimmages before that.
Mickey, do you have an update on A.J. Allen's status?
Yeah, he had surgery yesterday. He's back home. His mother's in town. He's doing fine. He came out of surgery, well, and he's going to miss the rest of the season, and it's going to hurt us. But Gabe's capable back of getting it done.
Do you have any specifics you can share about his injury?
Yeah, just get with Mark on it.
Mickey, what's kind of the plan with special teams moving forward with Bill focusing more defensively?
Joey Connors is going to take over, but the coaches that's been involved with special teams, Coach Rude, Applewhite, Beck, Fish, they're going to still do their part. Bush will still look around and make sure things are okay, but Joey Connors is capable of doing the job.
Do you envision some new defensive faces stepping up and getting opportunities that maybe we haven't seen on the field? Or how do you reshuffle things and maybe find some new life in that defense?
I don't know, but I'll be able to tell you next week, because right now we're competing. It's Nebraska versus Nebraska, so everything's competition right now.
Hey, Mickey, you worked with Bill quite a bit. What does he add to this defense? What do you think he can bring with his personality and experience?
Well, he's going to detail it. I met Bill in 2018 when he came to us at LSU. He spent a lot of time with Dave Aranda. Dave Aranda is probably one of the best D coordinators in the country. But he's going to detail it. He's going to take it step by step. He's going to make sure the fundamentals are solid.
How does that affect special teams coaching? Is someone else going to step in, or is Bush still going to do a lot of the special teams?
Yes, Joey Connors is going to step in.
Curious to go back to the comment about should have huddled up, slowed the ball down. Did you think about that during the game, and when did you maybe arrive at that conclusion about your team and wanting to protect maybe the defense a little bit?
It was too late when I thought about it. It's 35-7. I should have made that decision on Thursday. That's why I said it's on me. I made that mistake, and I can own it. I can own it.
Is that, would you just say that's lack of head coaching experience?
If that's what you want to say. Probably so. As my mom said.
What do you think that would have done if you guys had kind of sat on the ball? How do you think that might have helped the game flow?
I don't know, but I got to do everything in my powers to help the kids when we're in a situation like that. I don't know how it would have ended. It could have ended the same way, but I got to do a better job of that.
Hey, Mickey, how do you approach that offensive tempo decision going through the Big Ten now? Is it a week-by-week process where you look at your opponent, or would you like to see this team slow it down from now on out?
We will slow it down. So it's going to be opponent by opponent, but we will slow it down. Help the defense out a little bit.
That's something Coach Whipple has expressed too, that, hey, maybe we have to slow it down to protect the defense.
Yes, he understands that. Whipple's been a head coach before, so he understands what we need to do.
When a team's been through as much change as this one, and I don't just mean the last 2 weeks, but going to Ireland, and even all the way back to the coaching changes. How do you get them to maybe change midstream, but also get their chins up a little bit when they've had to go through so much change?
Keep encouraging them and let them know that I have their best interests at hand, that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I make them a better football team. I'm going to hold everybody accountable, from coaches all the way to players, and keep encouraging them that we can get better if we come out and give the effort. But you're right, we got to keep their chins up because they have been through some change.
Mickey, I know LSU, you guys won a national title. Everything went well in 2019. It wasn't always perfect. How much do you draw upon your experience at LSU in this position?
A lot. I go back to how we practice at LSU. You know, less reps, speed it up a little bit more, you know, cut down on it, simplify some things, and not coach the athleticism out of them, and get them playing fast on both sides of the ball, well, all three sides of the ball, special teams also.
What about the outside noise? How do you deal with that with your players?
We talk to them about blocking out the noise. It's fans. That's what fans do. Okay, fans they're not going to control the way I think or what the decisions I'm going to make, but it's fans. They have their right to do that. It's America. They can do that. They can express themselves. But you got to block it out. If you don't want to hear it, don't read it.
Do you foresee more changes being made on the coaching staff, or is it going to be a week by week thing?
I don't know. Can't tell you that. I wish I could, but I can't tell you that.
What is the schedule this week with the bye? I mean, how often do you go practice and all that?
We'll go tomorrow. We'll lift Thursday. They'll be off Friday, Saturday. Be back in on Sunday.
What's the recruiting plan? I mean, obviously turmoil, but you guys will go out. What's the plan for coaches going out on the road?
We're going to recruit like we're going to be here. That's the right thing to do. So we're going to send coaches out on Wednesday. They're going to be out Wednesday night. Then Thursday and Friday they'll recruit. They'll get back in here on Saturday. The ones who don't have a game, I'll be on the road Friday. I'll be in Monroe on Friday. Be in New Orleans on Saturday. I'll be back here Sunday. No, we're going to do the job the right way. We're going to do things the right way here. We're not going to sabotage the place, saying that we might not be here. The best thing to do, the most professional thing to do, is to do things the right way.
I'm sure you heard Miles Farmer's press conference, had very honest comments, I think, from him. How did you receive those comments that he made, and what conversation?
What did he say? Come on, we family. Go ahead.
Well, so you didn't.
No, I told you I don't listen to all that.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was just really frank about. Well, he's the one who said that they had been tackling for 4 years, but also this idea of we're not in there, and so like the things that they have to fix are within the house, and yeah. What did you? If you didn't hear it, then it would be hard to respond to it.
I mean, no. Those kids are emotional. They 20-year-old kids after a loss. The kids are emotional. You ask them questions, and they're gonna give you an emotional answer. I keep telling them, don't make business decisions with your feelings. And that's what I got to do a better job at when they get in front of the press, because that's the second time one of my players said something with emotion, being emotional. Can't be emotional when we're talking to you guys. You got to tell you the truth, but not be emotional.
And Mickey, on the subject of recruiting, you had kids in last weekend, of course, and like you said, will be out this week. What has been the reception, or what have you heard from those players, their families, their coaches, as this period of uncertainty has gotten underway?
Just speaking to the recruits last week and talking to them the last 2 weeks on the phone, they all in, because we're selling the University of Nebraska. No matter who sits in this chair, you committed to the University of Nebraska. So we selling University of Nebraska. Like I said, we're going to do things the right way. We're not going to try to sabotage anything. If we don't get the job and we have to leave here, they're going to say we left this place better than we found it. So we're going to do things the right way. I expect my coaches to do it. I expect everybody to do their job.
You mentioned Bill Bush's experience. Just kind of going back to that, though, how tough is this assignment of going from what he was doing to something completely else? Or how much have you talked about what you might change with him, or his philosophies of changing stuff in the middle of things?
Well, we're going to use the same lingo. You know, probably less calls, but we're going to use the same lingo. Bill is Bush for this. Bill is built for this. He's sharp. He's gonna, like I said, he's gonna be detailed in his qualities. He's a really good football coach, and he'll take care of it. I understand, and Bill understand what I want. Like you said, we spent time together at LSU, and we talked a lot when we was at LSU. He was the safety coach, I was the receiver coach, so we got to compete against each other and share notes and compete against and get after each other on the field. Some people think we don't like each other, but we do. We just get after each other on the field.
What kind of defense would you like?
A defense that stops the run and stops the pass and shut people out. That's a good defense.
Is there anything schematic or
No,
philosophical?
it's what Bill wants to do. He knows what he needs to do. I don't need to get into all of that because, you know, it's a new coordinator, so we try to put less out there right now. No disrespect, though.
Coach, before Coach Shenander was let go, he was working as the second defensive back coach. Is Coach Bush going to take over that role, or is someone else going to go back there as well?
No, Coach Bush will take the safeties and the nickels.
Mickey, what are the kids? What are their response? You got 8 games left. What are the goals? What have you told the kids about what you guys can still accomplish?
Well, we control our own destiny right now. We have 8 conference games left, so we're gonna get ready. We're gonna compete this week against ourselves. Next week we'll get ready for Indiana, but we're still gonna take one stop sign at a time. And the stop sign this week is Nebraska. Get Nebraska better. Then next week it'll be Indiana. But they understand what they can do. We told them today the ball's gonna be in your court here pretty soon. It's not what you're gonna do with it.
How do you feel like your receivers have played? How do you think Casey has played up to this point, month in?
I was disappointed that we put the ball on the ground twice because they know the rules. The person that's going to strip the ball is the person you don't see, and it happened twice. What happened with Trey and Isaiah. So I'm disappointed with that, and they understand that. And Cass is going to get that fixed. We're not happy about that. And Casey's got to make throws. Casey's got to make third down throws, and he understands that.
Just to clarify again, back to AJ, does he plan to redshirt?
Yes, he's going to redshirt him. I'm sorry. He's going to redshirt him. He's out for the year. We're going to redshirt him.
What else have you learned in a week on the job as the interim guy? Just some of the challenges or some of the things that maybe you wouldn't have expected for the.
No, that is things I need to fix. Is things I need to focus on, and I can't assume anything. That everything from A to Z, I got to make sure that I cross every T, dot every I. I learned a lot from that first game, but it was a quick turnaround for me. But it's no excuse. I got to handle that better than that. And like I said before, I walked up to that mic and I said, "It's on me. It's not on my kids. It's not on my coaches. That was on me."
Other than the tempo piece, what were some other things maybe that you took away upon further review?
Probably get the young guys in quicker than we did. And let the young guys get in there so we can get them on film and see what they can do.
Hey, is your punter okay? I know you had to replace him in the middle of the game. And anybody else other than AJ who is going to be out long term? Is there anybody after that game?
No, Brian's fine. Brian's fine. He's just a sprained ankle. He's going to be good. He finished punting, and that was tough for him to do, but he did it.
It happened on the tackle.
Yes. Can't punt the ball in the middle of the field, so you better make that tackle.
All in all, Mickey, do you think the bye week came at a good time?
Absolutely. You know that, Sept. You asked me that question. You know we needed this bye week. We needed this bye week just to reset. These kids haven't had a chance to reset. They had to go from here to here, and then here. It wasn't Oklahoma Panhandle coming in here. It was OU coming in here. So let's be real about it. Okay. So yeah, there was a good bye week.
Anything else for Coach?
Man, appreciate you guys.
Thank you.